Dr. Zelenka. Roman. Dr. Roman? Doc? I don't even know what to call him anymore. The doc's been good for me, I think. And good to me. I do need someone to talk to about things. All the things. Everything. And he is sort of cute, but... Oh, no. No, that's not a good thought. That's a bad thought. Ugh. Authority figure. So cliché, Zoe. What's up, Doc? Oh, wait. I did not say that out loud, did I? No. He's not looking at me. I think that was just in my head. Dodged a bullet there. Phew. Dr. Zelenka. Roman. Dr. Roman? Roman?
Yes.
My next appointment with Dr. Roman is in my calendar, but I might as well double-check while I'm here. Maybe I shouldn't be bothering him. He probably has another appointment right away. Do you have an appointment now?
No, I prefer some space between sessions. I don't like to rush. I prefer to sit and take notes afterwards.
So, what are you writing?
Or just notes about what we talked about today. It's a way for me to remember and process our conversation.
Makes sense.
To be absolutely honest, I don't have another appointment for several hours. I like keeping my Mondays light.
Oh. Yeah, we could start later if you'd prefer.
No, this gets me out of bed in the morning. Without it, I just sleep in.
I don't know Dr. Zelenka, Roman, very well at all. I don't even know where he's from originally. How long have you practiced in Europolis?
Oh, 4 years? No, 5. I graduated from Krakow in 2214 and worked 2 years in the Warsaw district before moving to Berlin.
And Propast?
I set up this practice 7 months ago.
Are you from the Prague district?
I'm originally from Poznan. My parents are of Polish descent. Not that that matters anymore. European is European. Yeah, you wouldn't know it talking to my father, though. He is a traditional nationalist. I think he secretly wishes for the downfall of Europolis and a return to the independent nation-states. Was there anything else?
Roman seems like an interesting person, and we've never really talked about anything other than me. This could be a good time to start, talking. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I be doing this? So, what do you get up to when you're not, this?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry if this is getting too personal.
No. I was just trying to think about how to answer that. I don't really do things. When I'm not working, I think about work. Or I write about work, or I read about work.
Oh. And how does, your wife feel about that?
I'm not married. I live by myself. Which has advantages and disadvantages. Mostly, in my case, disadvantages. I'm not good at taking care of myself.
Really? Huh. So, Roman is single and spends too much time by himself. He could really do with a social life. You should get out more. Think about something other than work.
What did you have in mind?
I'm not the best person to ask. I'm, a homebody.
Sounds like we both should get out more.
We should. I mean, you should, and so should I. Also.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I feel horrible about the direction this conversation's been taking. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Flirting with my therapist. I'm not quite sure where this conversation is going. It's very confusing. I should probably just cut it short, but I'm also curious. Cat, meet curiosity. Hello, curiosity. Ah. I feel horrible about the direction this conversation's been taking. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Yeah, you should come out with Reza and me sometime.
With the... Oh, Yes, of course, sometime. After we've concluded your therapy, of course. I don't mix my professional and private lives.
That's not a good mix. That's like gummy bears and potassium chlorate. Keep them apart.
Right. Well, I should finish writing these notes before I forget everything we talked about.
Of course. Good idea. That's... yeah. Okay. Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science fiction, unfortunately. Books on shrink stuff. Shrinky books. Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science fiction, unfortunately. A handy dispenser of pharmaceutical concoctions. Also known as synthetic coffee. As far as synthetic coffee goes, it's not the worst, but it's still horrible. A handy dispenser of pharmaceutical concoctions. Books on shrink stuff. Shrinky books. If that's real wood, it must have cost a fortune. It looks real. Not the sort of thing you'd expect to find in a therapist's office. How can Zelenka afford a piece of furniture like that? It must have been a gift. If that's real wood, it must have cost a fortune. It looks real. Not the sort of thing you'd expect to... I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. I wonder if he has a pet one at home. I always wanted a pet cephalopod. They're the best. I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. I wonder if he has a pet one at home. I see... No, I really shouldn't. It's a trap. A psychological trap. Is that a dragon? Well, it looks like a dragon. What does that mean? What does that say about me? That I'm, into dragons? Dragons are cool. I could stare at that for hours and then I really would go insane. I see... No, is that a dragon? Well, it looks like a dragon. What does that mean? What does that say about me? That I'm, into dragons? Dragons are cool. That's my file. I feel an almost irresistible urge to peek. But I shan't. It's never a good idea to read what your therapist writes about you. Oh, hell, just a glance can't hurt, right? That's my file. I feel an almost Nope, nothing at all. A bunch of personal information I had to fill in for my first appointment. And now I feel really guilty for peeking. Boo. I don't know what I was hoping for. A she's real cute note in the margins? No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. Would feel like a dork. No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. Would feel like a dork. No therapist's office would be complete. I could take a nap and wake up with the doctor leaning over me and... No, stop it. Stupid authority figure sexual fantasy. Time to leave. Dr. Roman Zelenka's psychotherapy praxis. Hey. I'm a bit creeped out by the talking bins. Why do they talk? What shadowy masters do they serve? Talking, walking, incinerating garbage bins. Granted, I haven't seen them walking, but I'm sure they do, late at night, when no one's looking. I'm a bit creeped out by the talking bins. Why do they talk? And get my hand chewed off? No chance. I'll be tossing my garbage in the gutter like a normal person.
What do you mean I need a permit? I have a permit. I paid a fucking fortune for this permit.
Your permit is no longer valid. You'll need to have it renewed. You have 24 hours to comply.
Fuck off. You have 24 hours to comply.
That makes absolutely no sense. If you do not comply, you will be detained and your food cart confiscated.
If you so much as touch Carl, I will cut off your testicles and make a kebab.
Threats are counterproductive and punishable by law. You have
How does it feel working for a fascist fucking regime, trampling all over the working people?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, great health coverage, no overtime, pays decent. 24 hours.
Hey.
Hey, where are you?
Just leaving therapy on my way to the shop. What's up?
Neck deep. Would I be a bad boyfriend if I asked you to stop by that place with the, crazy person and the good food?
Nella bites? Sure. And lazy, not bad.
What?
Not bad boyfriend, lazy boyfriend. What do you want?
Your pick. Nothing...
Exotic. Affirmative. I'll stop by Nella's right now. I should be at your office in 15?
Thanks. You're the best.
I am. See you soon. Nayla has a nickname for her mobile kitchen, and that nickname is Carl, because Marxist. Nella Bites is one of the best food carts in all of Propast. Whatever she's cooking is super tasty, and incredibly unhealthy, but Nella's cart, Carl, serves up some really tasty fried cheeses, sausages, and soups. Sometimes she combines them all. 5 stars, easily. Nayla has a nickname for her mobile kitchen, and that nickname is Carl, because Marxist. Nella Bites is one of the best food carts in all of Propast. Whatever she's cooking is super tasty. Nella, street chef, Marxist, spark plug, and friend of mine. I do love her, in smaller doses. I met Nella after my first appointment with Dr. Roman. She sold me some fried cheese and I fell in love. With the cheese, not with Nella. Although she is pretty cute. Nella's cool. She gives me a good kick in the arse whenever I obsess too much. We may not be BFFs, but she's definitely a good friend. Nella, street chef, Marxist, spark plug, and friend of mine. I do love her, in smaller doses.
Did you see that?
I shouldn't get involved. I have enough on my plate and I'm running late, and I'm already neck deep in the Uminska campaign. I don't need more political drama. I don't really need any political drama. I can't believe the Eye is harassing Nella. She sells food. It's not like she's doing anything illegal. Is she? I mean, I know she's politically involved, but there's no law against being Marxist. What was all that about?
Fucking Eye. Making up shit so that they can harass anyone who doesn't toe the line. Now I'm going to waste the whole afternoon standing in line at the district office for a permit I don't fucking need. Never mind that this is just a tip of the garbage heap. They're restricting transit between sectors, adding more security to all the metro stations and ports, requiring paperwork for anything beyond local lines. I mean, what the fuck? I knew Parliament was tight with the syndicate, but this is Chungo, man. They're planning something. Probably going to hunt down and arrest revolutionaries next. That's me fucked then.
I'm sure you're...
Word is they rounded up all the European Liberty folks in the Berlin district last week, detained them on suspicion of terrorism. Terrorism! For speaking their minds! And okay, for releasing clouds of biograffiti. I know that clique, they're harmless. It was just a call to action. That's fucking terrorism now.
Scary.
Scary. That's exactly what it is. And your candidate isn't going to change anything for the better.
Maybe not. But Uminska won't change anything for the worse, either. Unlike Konstantin Wolf.
Kaiser Konstantin. Puta! If that Schwein gets elected, I'm moving to Paris.
They'd never let you in.
One of the conglomerate city-states of North America, then. Newport, the fucking Republic of Los Angeles, hell, even Bostonia. Anywhere but Kaiser's Europe.
That's why Leia Uminska is the best choice. No one's going to put the Marxists in office, Nela. At least my candidate has a fighting chance. And she is a socialist.
She's a moderate, Zoe. A moderate! What's the point in that? Moderation is just another word for compromise. Anyway, what are you having?
Having?
Lunch, Zozo. For your turbo. Listen, I have a new supplier for pork wurst. The collective down on Caprova. Organic meat, the real deal. None of that vat-grown slop. Don't know how they do it. Connections on high, plenty of mouse swapping hands. But they're legal, I think.
The pork sausages sound delicious, but Reza plays it safe when it comes to food. Europolitan through and through. No tolerance for organic meats. I'm working on it, but baby steps. The pork sausages sound totally delicious. I'm not sure Reza will agree, but he needs to be more adventurous when it comes to his diet. The pork sausage... I'm gonna have to go with the cheese soup. Again.
Dobra, coming up. You should join the protest this afternoon. We're marching on the sector office.
I think it would take a lot more than a political rally for Mira to give me time off. I'm gonna have to pass.
Smart girl. We'll probably get beaten by the bulla and tossed in the zona. Just another fucking Monday in Propast. Here you go.
Thanks, Nella.
If you reconsider, we'll head out around noon. Time to let those cunts know we're watching the Watchmen.
Cheese soup. Reza's favorite. Tasty, but dull. Tull. Cheese soup from Nella Bites. Cheese soup. Reza's favorite. Tasty, but dull. Tull. The best food in Propaz comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest. Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook. Ever. Oh, except when Reza cooks. I'm fine with him cooking. The street food here is really, really good and smells absolutely delicious. The best food in Propaz comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest.
Scorpion. How about a cup of crispy cockroaches, fresh off the grill? I've got crunchy crickets, fried fire ants, boiled beetles, and juicy moth larvae tacos. What'll it be? Today's special is deep-fried Cambodian tarantula. How about a cup of crispy cockroaches, fresh off the grill?
Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook. Ever.
Delicious.
Oh, except when Reza
How about
cooks.
some churros?
I'm fine with him
You look
cooking.
like you're in the mood for some churros. We've got steaming hot xiaolong bao, sha gao, chong yu bing, best in Propast. What can I get you? Stop by any time for Propast's best grilled cheese sandwiches. Today's special is Abbott's Gold with dry cured Italian sausage and mango chutney on shokuban. I just finished a fresh batch of pierogi. How many you want? It'll be sold out soon.
Crowboy's here to help you find your
Those
way in
interactive
Crowpass.
tourist maps helped a lot when I first moved here. They're still helpful. I still get lost. An interactive tourist map of Propast. Super useful. Before last year, I was never that into Crowboy. I don't know what happened, but now I find him adorable. An interactive tourist map of Propast. Super useful. Those ad bots are all over the place. Sometimes I think they target me specifically just to fuck with me.
You look like you could need some directions, miss. Crowdy partner, where are you off to today?
Rez's office is down by Prista Vista, the old river docks, right behind the Collapse Memorial. Show me Prista Vista, please. The Pamatnik Collapse.
Planning on a trip down the river? You got it, cowgirl. Pro-Pass docks coming right up. Anytime you need a rootin' tootin' six-barrel shooting crow cowboy to give you directions to anywhere in Pro-Pass, you just call on the Crow Boy. I'm a rootin' tootin' six-barrel shooting map-toting crow cowboy. Yee-haw!
Corporate-sponsored ad bots. They were illegal in Casablanca. I miss Casablanca. I hate ad bots. They're like mosquitoes, constantly buzzing, blood-sucking parasites. I hate ad bots. They're like mosquitoes, constantly buzzing, blood-sucking parasites. Whattycorp's Dream Machine. I played a part in exposing the conspiracy, but I couldn't stop them from releasing it. And now it's taken over the world. Like it or not, and I don't, you can't deny that Watty's doing a really good job selling their dream machines. I'm a dreamer. I'm not. That's the last thing I want to be. Those ads, for some reason, give me goosebumps, the icky kind. Billions of people use the dream machine. I find that hard to comprehend. 1 in 5 people access Dreamtime at least once a week. Madness. Those ads, for some reason, give me goosebumps, the icky kind. The street food here is really, really good and smells absolutely delicious.
Ahoy, can I get your order? Dolly Dolly? What's your holker? What do you want? What can I get you, lady? Next in line, please. Ahoy, can I get your order? Dolly Dolly?
Kaiser Constantine and European Dawn. Fascists, isolationists, populists. If they win, Europolis is, well, bollocked. European Dawn wants to toss out immigrants, close borders, and restore Europe to a white-bread fairyland that only ever existed in their xenophobic wet dreams. Constantine Wolfe envisions himself a back-to-basics father figure for a united Europe, embracing traditional values and ethnic purity. I've heard that particular pitch before. European Dawn wants to toss out immigrants, close borders, and restore Europe to a white-bread fairyland that only ever existed in their xenophobic wet dreams.
It's between Wolf and Ominska, isn't it? Gross and Rebus are not even competing.
Yeah, the Alliance has screwed up too often. The Manifesto never stood a chance. Dawn is the only sensible alternative.
You mean Unity, of course. Not Dawn. You said Dawn, but you meant Unity. Right?
I'm voting Wolf.
You're what? Are you Chango Dupa? He's a fascist chauvinist pig.
What about Leah Uminska? She's a Sozi Zika. She's weak and she's soft. With her in charge, the walls are coming down and the barbarian hordes will wash over Europe.
That's so racist.
Telling the truth is being a racist now. Face it, we don't have room for more immigrants. It's time we focus on rebuilding what Europolis is all about. Europe.
It's like I don't know you anymore. I'm sorry, do you mind?
See what I mean? Immigrants everywhere.
And get my hand chewed off? No chance. I'll be tossing my garbage in the gutter like a normal person. Like it or not, and I don't, you can't deny that Wattie's doing a really good job selling their dream machines. After what Reza told me about that Dreamer soft drink, I'm never... No, I mean, I lie. I am a bit curious to try it. I mean, actually seeing the Bingo Dingo? It sounds awesome. Before the Soda Wars, there were a lot more soft drink flavours. I wouldn't know. I grew up with Bingo. I'm a Bing girl. Bing girl? Whatever. They're really pushing the new Bingo Dreamer fizzy drink. Anything Dream Machine related is a big seller these days. They're really pushing the new Bingo Dreamer fizzy drink. Anything Dream Machine related is a big seller these days.
Why spend time outside breathing toxic fumes and battling the crowds?
I had the best dream time yesterday.
What did you do?
Well, I started with my own creation, and then I mixed in one of Sharia's dreams.
Dependable, dull, dead. Not literally, politically. I'm not advocating assassinations. Dieter Gross. Dependable, conservative, boring old white dude. The Alliance is not going to win. They spent the last 7 years running Europolis into the ground. Gross. Gross. I can't imagine the Alliance doing particularly well in the elections. It's really a two-horse race between Uminska and Kaiser Konstantin. Dieter Gross. Dependable, conservative, boring old white dude. The Alliance is not going to win. They spent the last 7 years running Europolis into the ground. After they dominated the Soda Wars, Bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And by show, I mean fizzy drink. After they dominated the Soda Wars, Bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And by show, I mean fizzy drink. She looks familiar. I've seen her before. She's... Nope, can't place her. Do I know her? Sure I know her from somewhere. I've seen her before. She's... Nope, can't place her.
Map! Get your map here! Map! I'm here to give you directions, miss. You just tell me where you want to go today.
Mira's shop is located... Show me Prista Vista, please. The Pamatnik collapse.
Planning on a trip down the river? You got it, cowgirl. Pro Pass docks coming right up. Y'all come back anytime now, you hear?
Marta Rebus comes across as an intelligent and informed candidate, but she doesn't stand a snow-cone's chance in Hades. Nella is the only Marxist I know. I guess she has the energy and commitment of a whole apartment building. Still just one vote, though. The Marxists are so in-your-face with everything they do. They can't possibly believe that Rebus will win, but they're doing their best to disrupt the status quo. The Marxists are so in-your-face with everything they do. They can't possibly believe that Rebus will win, but they're doing their best to disrupt the status quo. I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents. It's warm and tingly. Odd. Nella claims those towers release chemicals that keep the populace subdued and compliant, but her argument is self-defeating. She breathes the same air, and she is not compliant. My theory is that they were built as a practical joke, to keep everyone guessing. But they're probably just vents. I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine...
Do you really have to call him that? It's so derogatory. Constantine Wolf doesn't go around calling your candidate names.
No? Have you seen the graffiti?
I don't think Wolf has the time to walk around with a spray can.
His Fascio army does. They're everywhere at sea. Who do you think is behind the checkpoints at the iBots?
The Syndicate.
And who's behind the Syndicate?
The corporations. European Dawn wants to free us from corporate rule. They want the people to run this city. They want democracy and freedom. Unlike Leia Uminska.
Oh, come on! Are you going to argue that the Social Democrats are in the corpse's pockets?
Not my words. Just repeating what they say.
They, as in the Kaiserlings.
I told you, Duper, don't use that word.
Duper? Duper? Dupek? Whatever you do, don't vote for the Kaiser.
Don't listen to her. She's just a sozy bobo.
I know dream machines are supposed to be safe after that whole plot to control humanity was exposed, but looking at those dream junkies, I'm not so sure. The only way to help dream junkies is to forcibly disconnect them and put them in rehab. But who's going to pay for that? Not Waticorp. A dream junkie, addicted to dream time. They're all over the place. It's becoming a massive problem. They've lost jobs, homes, all because they're addicted to dream time. It's really scary. That right there is why I don't use a dream machine and why I think they're so dangerous. I don't know if they should stop selling dream machines altogether, but more and more people are getting addicted. Something must be done. A dream junkie, hooked up to the dream machine and lost in dream time. It's a drug, and it's dangerous. The only way to help dream junkies is to forcibly disconnect them and put them in rehab. But who's going to pay for that? Not Watical. I think just disconnecting them from the dream machine could be dangerous. And I'd probably get beaten up for trying to help. He looks really familiar. I've seen him somewhere before. Who is that? Do I know him? He looks really familiar. I've seen him somewhere before. She looks familiar. Do I know her? I'm sure I know her from somewhere.
The Eye watches, but who watches the Eye? They can't shut us down.
Down
or
with
silence
the
us.
syndicate!
We have a right to.
Who do they think they are? We
Stand
never
up
voted
against
for
our
them.
corporate
They
overlords!
don't
Our
run
rights
the
are being
Rock.
This is
violated.
unacceptable.
It was
The Eye
started
needs to
from
dismantle the
now.
checkpoint and leave Propast immediately.
Take a stand and be heard.
Hey, you lost? No problem. I can give you directions to anywhere in Propass.
Stand up against our corporate overlords!
So I says to him, you can't pass through here, Brooder. You need to turn back and head home.
So, what did he do?
He turned back and headed home.
Well, that's it. That's your story.
Hey, look, a day without excitement is a good day in my book.
Well, fair enough.
Original consumer goods, bringing sunshine into your life.
Hey, I know, I'm on my way, honest.
With my lunch?
Of course. Pfft, who do you take me for, Miss Distracted?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly who I take you for.
Oh, ye of little faith. 5 minutes, tops.
Right. And you do know where the office is, right?
I'm bad with directions, granted, but, you know, come on.
All right,
You
just
and
checking.
Crowboys here
Keep
to
the
help
river
you
on your
find your
left
way
and
in
you'll find it
Propass.
eventually.
Oh, go away. Oh, and see you soon.
Original consumer goods would like to remind you not to stare directly at our sun.
How long are we supposed to be staying here?
In Propass? I don't know, Brooder.
Hey, you lost? No problem. I can give you directions to anywhere in Propass.
Eyes everywhere. I've never seen so many of them out on the streets. The Eye. Keeping Propass safe, or, you know, under constant surveillance. Eye officers, employed by the Syndicate, which works for the corporations. And around it goes. Eyes everywhere. I've Never seen so many of them out on the streets.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just
The Uminska ads are bold and she does come across as a leader. That's why I'm volunteering for her, I guess. That and also Baruti's passion. Uminska's face is plastered all over the city. Unity's making a major push before the elections. I really do think that we, stand a decent chance. I do like the Uminska ads. I think they get the message across. I'm proud to be associated with her political campaign. I do like the Uminska ads. I think they get the message across. I'm proud to be associated with her political campaign.
You know, she gets a lot on me, Ada, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting Manifesto this election.
The Marxists?
No bullshit.
What's the alternative, eh? Constantine Wolf?
There's Uminska.
She's weak. She points wherever the prevailing wind blows. I'm sticking with the Alliance.
The Blues? That's just gross.
Huh, funny. What's wrong with Dieter Gross and the Alliance? Better the evil you know than the evil you don't.
A clean slate is the only way to go. Someone with no hands in the corporate pockets. Say whatever you want about Marta Rebus and Manifesto, they got no ties to the Syndicate.
No, they're on their own. No support from anyone. The Marxists make a lot of noise, but what does it amount to? Just a lot of noise. Uminska is the only choice that makes sense.
At least no one here is voting Kaiser Constantine and European Dawn, right?
Ugh, talk about gross. I read in the Hand that Wolf's been on trial twice for rape. Acquitted, but artsy, seriously.
The Kaiser gets no vote from me. He's a Gapfadama Puta, that one.
What's up, Swa? I don't care, as long as we end up clubbing. I'm up for a bit of bright sign.
That's the Hand that feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. That's the Hand that feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. I know dream machines are supposed to be safe after that whole plot to control humanity was exposed, but looking at those dream junkies, I'm not so sure.